Last night, you had at least 4 dreams. You remember none of them. Maybe you woke up this morning with a faint feeling. Something strange had just happened. A place you half recognized. A person you can't quite name. A feeling that dissolves the moment you reach for it. Within 10 minutes of waking, 90% of your dreams are gone. Within 20 minutes, they're almost certainly gone forever. And here's the strange part. Your brain was not failing to record them. It was recording everything. Vivid scenes, real emotions, conversations that felt completely coherent, a whole second life running in parallel to the one you're living now. But instead, something was destroying them deliberately. Let's start with what actually happens when you dream. Dreams happen almost entirely during REM sleep, which stands for rapid eye movement sleep. It's the stage where your brain looks almost identical to when you're fully awake. Your neurons are firing, your emotions are running, your eyes are moving behind closed eyelids as if you're watching something real, which you are. By every measure, you're having an experience. But 2 things are different, and those 2 things are the reason you forget almost all of it. The first thing is chemistry. During REM sleep, levels of norepinephrine drop to nearly 0. Serotonin levels also decrease significantly. These 2 chemicals are not minor players. They're the chemicals your brain uses to stabilize new memories, to lock experiences into long-term storage. Without them, the brain's memory machinery is basically offline. Dreams are created in a state where the machinery for remembering them is largely turned off. Think about that for a moment. Your brain is generating one of the most vivid experiences of your entire day, and at the same moment, it has quietly disabled the system that would let you keep it. That is not an accident. The second thing is even stranger. In 2019, researchers at the NIH funded a study published in the journal Science. They were studying a group of neurons deep inside the mouse's brain. Neurons that produce a hormone called MCH, previously known mainly for regulating appetite. They expected these neurons to help store memories during sleep, but they found the complete opposite. When they turned on MCH neurons during memory tests, memory got worse. When they turned them off, memory improved. These results suggest that MCH neurons help the brain actively forget new, possibly unimportant information. Since dreams are thought to primarily occur during REM sleep, the sleep stage where MCH cells turn on, activation of those cells may prevent the content of a dream from being stored in the hippocampus. Consequently, the dream is quickly forgotten. Your brain is not passively failing to remember your dreams, it's actively erasing them. There's a dedicated system firing during REM sleep whose entire job appears to be preventing your dreams from being saved. But why would your brain do this? Why build a system specifically designed to delete your own experiences? Well, the leading theory is information overload. Your brain processes somewhere between 11 and 35 million bits of information every single day. Most of it is irrelevant. The color of the car you passed, a sentence fragment overheard in a coffee shop, the texture of a door handle. If your brain stored all of it, it would collapse under the weight of its own data. Sleep is partly where your brain sorts through everything it collected during the day. It decides what to keep and what to discard. The important things get consolidated. The useless things get cleared. Research suggests that REM sleep plays a role in regulating emotional memories. During dreaming, the brain revisits emotional experiences from waking life and processes them in a safe, simulated environment. This process may help reduce emotional intensity while preserving the informational content of memories. In other words, your brain is doing something sophisticated with your emotional experiences while you dream. But it does not necessarily need you to remember the dream itself for that processing to work. The dream is the process, not the product. And here's where it gets personal. Some people remember their dreams almost every morning. Others go years without recalling a single one. Most assume this is just luck or a personality trait or something they have no control over. But it's not random. People who had high dream recall had higher white matter density in their medial prefrontal cortex than the low dream recall group. The people who actively remember their dreams have measurably different brain activity. More active regions specifically involved in memory transfer during sleep. Their brains are doing something structurally different at the moment of waking. And there's something else. A study from the Lyon Neuroscience Research Center found that people who wake up frequently during the night tend to remember more dreams, while deep sleepers often forget theirs entirely. The window for remembering a dream is vanishingly small. Upon awaking, the brain may need at least 2 minutes to jumpstart its memory encoding abilities. If you wake naturally at the end of a REM cycle, that window opens briefly. If you wake up abruptly in the middle of deep sleep, it never opens at all. The dream was there. You just missed the window. Now here's the part that sits uncomfortably once you think about it. Scientists believe that you have been dreaming every single night of your entire life. 4 to 6 distinct dreams happen per night, vivid, coherent, and emotionally real. That's roughly 100,000 dreams across a 70-year life. You remember almost none of them though. There's an entire parallel autobiography running alongside your waking life. A second version of you that has been having experiences every night since you were born. Feeling things, going places, encountering people, living a life you will never be able to access. For a moment during sleep, the mind may construct entire worlds. But if the neural conditions for memory storage are absent, those worlds vanish as though they never existed. They vanished this morning, and they will vanish again tonight. So now you have the answer. Why do you forget your dreams? Because your brain built a system specifically designed to make you forget them. It disabled the chemicals that lock memories in place. It activated neurons whose entire purpose is to stop dreams from reaching long-term storage. It decided somewhere below that level of your awareness that the content of your dreams was not needed to be saved. What needed to be saved was you, the waking version. The one with a life to live and a world to navigate and a brain that cannot afford to be cluttered with the memories of 100,000 nights of experiences you will never need to recall. Your dreams are not lost, they were cleared every single morning without asking. And tonight it will happen again. So if you want more videos like this, subscribe now. There's a lot more interesting facts to discuss.